Alright, BioShock Infinite. This game was released as the third in the BioShock universe, and this will be a no spoilers review. One of the first things I noticed is that the gameplay doesn't feel tedious, and that's like a really big deal for me. You never want a game to feel like a chore. Some of it isn't as player dependent as I would have liked it to be, but there's definitely still an element of challenge. And the AI, they may not be brilliant, but they are still fun to fight and figure out the best ways to take them down. As far as actual mechanics go, there's no more need to switch between your weapon and your power back and forth like in the original. You can keep them both ready up to use anytime you want. Something I had to throw in was just how much I love the sound that the pistol makes. It's an odd thing to mention, but it is just fantastic. The heavy, meaty sound is so satisfying. Now, weapon recoil is something else I wanted to bring up, because you'll see there's almost no recoil whatsoever in these weapons. You can headshot really easily, even with the machine gun. It's just like pop, 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 right in the face. Doesn't matter. I mean, even if they're moving around, it's not that difficult because there's so little recoil. This is an example of one of the vigors, that you can actually use in the game. This is the first one you start with. You can take over an enemy machine, and it turns to your ally, blows up the other enemies that are around. But what I don't like is when you shoot it, when it's turned green like this, you don't do hardly any damage to it. You have to wait till it turns back, and then you can blow it up. I don't really appreciate the fact that it gets some kind of ally buff to where you can't hurt it as much. I guess it's intended to be a blessing, but it really is more of a curse. I'd rather be able to blow it to shreds while it's not shooting at me. The looting system in BioShock Infinite feels a lot like Skyrim. You're looking for something that's hanging around on a shelf or hiding under a bed, or looking through barrels for that extra coin. Looting enemies is also pretty much the same, and I appreciated it because I enjoy the looting system in Skyrim, and it feels more immersive when you're going around looking for things that might be hiding from your plain sight. The graphics in BioShock Infinite, I'm going to say 4 out of 5. They look great even on low, but they don't add as much difference between areas as I would really like to see. So my favorite part was definitely the voice acting. The voice acting was outstanding, and in an industry where voice acting usually is just really, really lax and terrible and boring, they did a great job. Even though it's sometimes over the top, I even enjoyed that. It was just great. Finally, I want to praise the creators for sticking to the feel of the previous BioShock games. I mean, yeah, they switched up the environment from dark and spooky to open and bright, but they did a fantastic job of that. And what I really love about the BioShock series so far is they actually managed to maintain an old-timey atmosphere in a futuristic setting, which creates a really immersive world that lets you get into the game. So get it, play it, it's a great buy.
He is considered brimming with danger and evil intent, and we implore you not to tempt ruination by facing him without aid of Columbia's finest.
Ha!